Yes. But where is the direct damage to stop Venser?
Yeah, you know.
That's my question. That's why Venser was hardly ever played, because it was so easy to kill.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that it requires other things. It doesn't protect itself. There are all these problems with Venser, but actually, I wrote my building on a budget column 2 weeks ago was about Venser Stonehorn Dignitary because I thought it was so well positioned in the new format. Because people stopped playing mana leaks and negates, and no deck could beat the Venser Dignitary combo.
No.
A ramp deck can't beat it, a red-green aggro deck can't beat it, a green-white aggro deck can't beat it. And when you think about all that, it's just, all of a sudden it starts to become really obvious that Stonehorn Dignitary is a really big force to be reckoned with in the format.
Well, that's one of the nice things about your column is you find cards that were once really valued well. Like Venser was what, $25 at one time or something like that? Now it's like 8, 9, something like that, or 5 even.
Yeah.
Okay, you get that option, and then you're able to play with a card that's really powerful, and put something together that people can go, hey, you know what? I can build that deck, and I can take it to F&M, and it won't bust the bank. You see all these guys now; they're all doing the F&M Hero kind of $100 budget kind of thing to see to go, and you had a deck that easily fit that model. So it looks like we're ready to begin.
Yeah, Ken's gonna have to ship this one back. He only had a 1-lander. Andrew Tenjum's deck is, fine with a 1-land hand. I think he also has a 1-land hand, and he's choosing to ship that one back. I'm actually somewhat surprised he chose to mulligan that hand.
Ponder, Gut Shot in his hand.
At least Ponder, Gut Shot, and it looked like it was all blue cards with an island.
Well, you never know. Now, which one do you think it hurts worse? I would think it would hurt the Blink deck.
It definitely hurts the Blink. Yeah, he needs to. It's really important for him to hit land drops 1 through 4 at least. Whereas Andrew, as long as he hits land drops number 1 and 2, he can cast every card in his deck except for 7 cards with just 2 lands. So, yeah, Andrew's deck much less mana intensive.
The one thing that Ken really gets an advantage of is when he gets things going is when he used that Gitaxian probe. It keeps filling up his hand, allowing him to have more options, more things to do, and I mean, Cloud Shift, he uses Cloud Shift to his advantage, blinking things in and out. I'm not surprised to see this card, but I am surprised to see 3 of them.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I agree. I was actually, when I first saw him playing, I was like, I don't think the Cloud Shift's very good. Like, I didn't even play Cloud Shift in my building on a budget version of the deck. And he was telling me that he's been doing really well with it. All right, so things are getting started, and there's a turn 1 Gitaxian Probe from Ken Bearl, and he gets to see 2 Delver Secrets, a Gitaxian Probe, Island, Seachrome Coast.
That is a good start for Andrew.
Pretty good opening hand for Andrew.
Oh, if he only had a Ponder, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so he draws a land.
And I mean, by turn 2, he's going to have 3 opportunities to draw that Ponder with a Gitaxian Probe and 2 draw steps, so. But he finds a Geist of Saint Trap, and that's not too bad either.
No, and he's got the land to get to it. So this will be very interesting to see how quickly Andrew can just put the pressure on.
Yeah, if he's able to flip these Delvers on, this turn and the next turn, then Ken's going to be in a world of trouble. If it takes a little while to flip the Delvers, if he can't really find a way to manipulate his library, then it's not going to be that bad.
Yeah, but still, Ken now has no ability. He's drawn a Ponder, which will help, but he tapped to worry about losing the 2 life. Now, had he not taken the 2 life, he had the ability to play Ponder and maybe help himself out. Oh, it flips.
Oh, and did we see what card was?
It looked like a mana leak.
Okay. Yeah, and that's especially bad for Ken Bearl. I mean, Ken is, he has a Blade Splicer in his hand, and he was hoping that he'd be able to lean on that for a little while and that the Delver wouldn't flip right away. But it's looking like that's not going to be an option for him. Andrew choosing to not cast the Delver of Secrets in his hand, and instead keeping open his Mana Leak mana.
Yeah. Well, he's got a 3rd land now, so Ken could play the land. He is pondering.
And I like this Ponder from Ken. Ponder before you play your land there is a really nice play because it encourages Andrew to Mana Leak your Ponder, and that's exactly what he wanted to happen. And now he can just play his 3rd land, and by pondering previous to his land drop, he may actually make Andrew think that he was looking for a land.
Well, that was an interesting play by Ken. I'm wondering why he didn't play his dual land instead of playing the Moorland Hunt. Because now he doesn't show mana leak, or he doesn't show any kind of counter magic.
Yeah, so he kind of can just, Andrew can just jam a Geist.
Yeah.
That it is a questionable land drop.
It looks like he's got a Seachrome Coast, and we know he has an island. Oh,
Yeah, and it looks like Andrew would know anyway that Ken did not have a mana leak in hand.
Snapcaster.
Yeah, he does, however, have a Snapcaster Mage. So he's got Snapcaster Blade Splicer in hand.
And 2 lands.
I'm actually a little surprised he didn't just play a dual land and Snapcaster and Flashback a Taxian Probe on his turn.
Yeah, this is a... Okay, he plays the Geist, which makes sense, because now he puts more threats on the board. Looks like another Gitaxian Probe?
Another Taxian Probe, yeah.
Wow. Well, he's going to do it again.
He's going to pay the mana for it, and sees a Delver and 2 lands.
Yeah.
Andrew getting pretty flooded here. You know, as a Delver deck, you don't really want to be drawing more than 3 lands.
Oh, he's got his Venser now. He drew Venser, so if he gets to his 5th land, now he knows he has no counter magic.
Then, yeah, he could actually start doing some real work with that Venser, especially if he's able to find his way into his Stonehorn Dignitary in the next couple turns. However, Venser will not be long for this world when, as long as Andrew has 7 points of flying on the table.
Yes.
Ken's really going to need to get a Stonehorn Dignitary down before the Venser, kind of chain them together.
Thought Scour. Land, and we didn't get to see what he drew. Looks like an island.
It looks like he just drew a 6th land, so not ideal for Andrew, but right now he is the aggressor, and he's going to be able to keep applying pressure by attacking with this Delver of Secrets.
Okay.
Ooh, chooses to get in there with the Geist. That's a really aggressive play.
Well, maybe he thinks he can... No, I don't know if I would have done that. I think because now you don't present...
Yeah,
he
so
plays
I
his
mean,
Venser,
if he flips his Delver next turn, then he'll have lethal, but...
Yeah, but if he plays
if.
Venser... He plays Venser, and he could... well... Yeah, he can't kill Venser
now. He's still... Ken's still dead if Andrew's able to flip these Delvers.
Yeah, he's got to flip it, though.
But he's got to flip them. And here I think Ken's doesn't have many options at this point.
He could play Venser, he could hold back to show that he might have counter magic, but it's not going to matter because if he flips it, it's over.
Yeah, I think the correct play is to simply attack with both of your guys, and then cast Venser and blink your Blade Splicer. Hope he doesn't flip the Delver. And then... Alright, so he goes for a Snapcaster Mage.
Ponder.
And he's going to Ponder. He's looking for a Stonehorn Dignitary here.
Looks like... could not tell what he had there. He really put him down quick.
Yeah, I mean, basically, he's going to shuffle anything that does not have a Stonehorn Dignitary.
Land, Ponder.
Yeah, he's got to shuffle this. I mean, if he wants, he can Ponder and go 1 card deeper and then shuffle his library. That's probably just better than shuffling it right now.
No, he's going to shuffle.
All right, so he's shuffling it. Gonna look for a Stonehorn Dignitary, and then not only does he have to find a Stonehorn Dignitary, but he needs to find the Stonehorn Dignitary. It needs to be in one of the top 2 cards of his library, and then Andrew needs to not flip the Delver.
Yeah.
And then he's in a pretty good position to win the game, not just do well.
Well, it is amazing how quickly that combination of that and Venser can just completely stop a game. He drew a Ponder, so...
Yeah, so he's going to get a little deeper even.
All right. Looks like another Ponder. Batterskull, maybe? No, he's not.
Is that a? I think that was a Stonehorn Dignitary.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So he was able to find the Stonehorn Dignitary, and with that much library manipulation, like who'd be surprised?
Yeah.
So he draws the Ponder, leaves the Stonehorn Dignitary on the top of his deck,
Swings.
gets in there, and that's a very brave attack because I guess because if Andrew happens to have a Vapor Snag in hand,
Yes.
then he's dead anyway.
He flipped it.
Yeah, that's it. So all that searching was for naught.
So what are we looking at Ken sideboarding in here? Maybe...
He's definitely bringing in Timely Reinforcements. That's going to be really good here. I actually like Day of Judgment in a matchup like this. I'm not sure if he wants to bring in Revoke Existence, but he's definitely going to bring in at least one Divine Offering, maybe two. On Andrew's side, Andrew's definitely bringing in a Dissipate. He may bring in a Consecrated Sphinx. Dungeon Geist, that's an interesting one. Do you think that comes in?
If he brings it in, the Dignitary, well, unless he's blinking it.
He can just blink it,
Yeah, he can just blink it. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think that the Dungeon Geist in general, like, Ken can just blink his guys out of the Dungeon Geist.
What about the Oblivion Ring?
I would definitely bring in the Oblivion Ring. That's a really good way to deal with Venser. Yeah. So,
and maybe a Surgical Extraction, because now if he knows he's on...
Yeah.
But he never saw the Dignitary, so he doesn't know it.
Well, this is also round 8, and both of these players are doing really well. So I'm sure both of them have probably seen the other person playing, at least at some point today.
Yeah, the Sphinx would be a really good player. Oh.
Yeah, Ken is 6-0-1, and Andrew is 6-1 right now.
That is not surprising that Ken is 6-0-1 because of his deck can take so long to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, with those records, if Ken wins this match or Andrew wins this match, they're a lock for top 8. If Andrew manages to win the match, then Ken can still top 8 with a win the next round.
Yeah, but he's got to play then.
Yeah, but if Andrew loses, he's out of contention. So for Andrew, this is a win and in for top 8, and this is the match that matters. For Ken, he has 2 shots. This round or next round, he can win.
And it is amazing because Ken has seemed to have, most of his games, it's rare to see him that he's not in control of the match. This is like the matches I've seen him play so far. He's always in control of the match, even if his opponent has tons of stuff out there.
I saw his opponent having Consecrated Sphinx in play for 6 turns and concede. And it's kind of crazy when your opponent has a Consecrated Sphinx in play for 6 turns and loses the game. But I mean, Venser Stonehorn Dignitary. Once you ultimate a Venser, it's really, really hard to lose, even when your opponent's drawing 3 cards a turn.
Again, it comes back to the point of where is the removal?
Yeah, there's the only card that really gets Venser in this format is Oblivion Ring, and when they Oblivion Ring your Venser, I mean, presumably they're already skipping their attack step, and you can just double up with another Venser, or use Restoration Angel and Cloud Shift to buy yourself time until you can find another one. Ken's deck, it's just really well positioned, and Blue-White Delver is not the deck he wants to be playing against. He wants to be playing against red-green aggro and ramp and those types of decks.
Well, and it is, and it's what he's been playing against. The guy he played against last round had 3-color. It was a Jund deck. It was a Jund deck, but it was a big Jund Ram deck. Yeah. I mean, he had Titans, Primeval,
Grave Titan, and Massacre Worm, maybe.
No, he didn't have Massacre Worm. Or at least I didn't see it. I saw the Primevals, I saw the Sun Titans, not the Primeval, the Infernal Titan, and the
Grave Titan. He had all 3?
He had all 3. And because Ken was in so much control, he had, at any one time, he had 2 of them out. And it didn't mean anything.
It just didn't matter.
Yeah, he's like, you're 5 turns behind.
And a nice Mirage Island there from Ken on turn 1. And Andrew has a Seachrome Coast, ideal turn 1 play from
Delver.
him. And the turn 1 Delver again. So
that's amazing. Another great start for Andrew.
And that's the thing about the Delver deck, especially when...
Okay, now we get to see what he has. Sword of War and Peace.
What is that card in the...
An Oblivion Ring? No? Okay, that's 2 Island, Ponder. I did not get that one either.
It looked like a... Was that...
Was it Face Shield, was it?
I don't think it was Faith Shield. It looked like a miracle.
Where he doesn't
I don't
have
think
one
he
in
has
the
any
deck.
miracles. Maybe it was just a Faith Shield.
Okay. Well, I'm sure the people at home are already telling us what the card is.
Yeah.
Ponder,
We'll know soon enough.
land, another sword. Oh, and a Geist.
Yeah, so there's nothing that flips a Delver there, so he's probably just going to shuffle this away.
Could he keep it for the Geist?
I don't know if the Geist is that good against Ken's deck. Ken has, Ken's got a Blade Splicer deck,
Yeah.
so he does choose to keep it. That's pretty surprising to me because I think, Andrew's route to victory here is flipping it to Delver quickly, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
No, yeah. And he taps for another Ponder, which we already know that it's land. Now he'll shuffle it away?
And now he'll shuffle it away. I don't know if I like that. You get to see a lot more cards if you shuffle the first time.
Yeah, that's what Ken did, and it actually helped him out. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it wasn't enough at the time, but... One thing I'm seeing a little more in Magic... Oh, it was Faith Shield. One thing I'm seeing more in Magic is people making calculation errors with how they should play control decks.
Yeah. I mean, it's strange. The game is... and timely reinforcements, that's going to be huge for Ken. Ken able to jump up to 25 here, and he gets 3 1/1 tokens. Perfect situation to cast timely reinforcements when your opponent just has a 1/1 on the table and you're at 19 and they're at 20.
Yeah. And he's scrambling to hopefully get the card to flip it. So
Yeah, he just shuffled.
Yeah.
And there he goes. Finds such a Taxium Probe.
But being at 25 with 3 threats on the board gives him the time to set up his deck hopefully here.
Yeah, I mean he can get aggressive too. This deck has many different angles.
Swings for 3.
Okay, gonna drop Ken down to 22 here.
Geist.
Yeah, Geist of St. Traft coming down. And that's gonna prevent Ken from getting aggressive with his 1/1s. But it's a largely defensive Geist, so not necessarily the ideal situation for a Geist, but it does allow his Delver or Insectile Aberration to race. So
It looks like he might have 2 of the blink cards in his hand, I believe, which not going to help him here.
and not really what he's looking for right here. He does have an Oblivion Ring though, so he's probably going to remove the Insectile Aberration from the game.
Taking a little while to debate his decision here.
It looks like Oblivion Ring's his only play though. I wonder if he has a Blade Splicer.
He just passed turn.
Okay, then he just doesn't want to play the Oblivion Ring. He's waiting for a better target.
Maybe the sword.
Yeah, I mean, Sword of War and Peace is a huge problem for him, so maybe he's just thinking to himself, well, if I cast this Oblivion Ring and then my opponent casts a sword, then I can just lose. So
he's got a Day of Judgment.
And he has a Day of Judgment, so he might just be waiting for a 4th land.
Day of Judgment, Oblivion Ring, Venser.
And this was kind of my issue with Cloud Shift, is, especially playing 3 of it. If you draw more than 1 copy,
It's dead in your hand.
It's pretty bad when you draw more than 1 copy, even when you have something to go with it. But the fact that you have more than 1 copy in your hand means it's less likely that you actually have something that goes with it. So,
Is that a one-of card, a situational one-of card in the sideboard you'd bring in for this deck?
maybe. I mean, I don't think I would play any Cloud Shifts, to be honest. But if I was going to play any, I would play 1, because it's just a card I could never see myself wanting to draw more than 1 of. However, there are a lot of really good cards that I would never play more than 1 of, so...
Alright, so what is Andrew going to do here?
Looks like he, again, has quite a bit of land in his hand, which isn't ideal.
And
But now that he knows Ken has Day of Judgment in his hand, he's definitely not going to commit any more guys to the board unless he has a mana leak. So if he does play something like a Delver of Secrets this turn, or if he Snapcasters and flashes back a Gitaxian Probe and then plays a land, then we can be sure that he has a mana leak in his hand.
Okay, he's going to swing in for 3.
Getting down to 19 now. And I like that attack from Andrew. Andrew, next turn, might attack with the Geist and the Insectile Aberration, because he knows that Ken's going to be forced to Day anyway. But by just attacking with the Insectile Aberration this turn, he puts Ken at 19 and leaves himself at 18, so it prevents him from just getting Timely Reinforcements out again. Ooh, a Sword of War and Peace.
Okay, so he now is showing he has nothing to stop him. Oh, he did not draw another land.
Just a Restoration Angel. And, yeah, Oblivion Ring. Gonna remove that sword.
Yeah.
Pretty necessary.
I don't know if I would have played the sword.
And doesn't Faith Shield is target permanent, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has one in his hand, really. Wow. What a...
Yep. Well, he had it since the beginning.
Yeah.
Ken actually saw that with Gitaxian Probe even.
Then I wonder why he played the Oblivion Ring. Just to force him to play it?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, also, Faith Shield is a card that you don't play against that often. So Faith Shield is one of those cards that a lot of time you might think, oh, it's creatures.
Well,
and
now,
whoa, this is... that's brutal. So...
ouch.
Yeah, I mean, that's, the Geist is unblockable. The Geist is going to deal him an extra 6 with the sword, so it's 4 plus 6 is 10, plus...
cards in hand,
4 plus 6 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 3, so 17.
Yeah.
So Ken is going down to 2 from this attack.
And the great thing about it is Andrew's left up enough for mana leak.
Yeah.
Or negate. So he sits in fine position here if he manages to pull that island or that land.
Yeah, if he's able to
he
get
needed
a white,
plane, but he didn't.
He needed
it's
a
over.
white source for the Day of Judgment. But even if he got the white source for the Day of Judgment, he still would have been dead because Andrew could have just activated his Moorland Taunt and equipped the sword. So Andrew Tenjum is now